Imagine a world where everyone drank a half pint of gin every day. Are you there? Is it a little messy? I imagine it is. This was essentially what London was like from the 1720s through to the 1750s. This is an estimate that was reached by approximate gin production across the era divided by the population of London. This meant that the average Londoner was drinking about 22 gallons of gin per year, or about half a pint per day, which is a ludicrous amount of gin. Funnily enough, with this amount of gin being guzzled, a lot of the details of this time are rather fuzzy. But here is what we know. There were certain areas of London where it is believed that every other house was a gin distillery, using little copper stills to produce an ungodly liquid that would be in no way recognisable as gin today. The impact of this gin on a deprived population of people who weren't used to anything more than a weak table beer has been compared to the impact of crack cocaine on modern-day American inner-city ghettos. This high-strength alcohol allowed the poor of the period to escape their squalor and hardship, but for a moment. I dislike the term mother's ruin and believe it to be a misogynistic scapegoating of women, as this was the first time women had regular access to strong alcohol. And due to the unexplained and unknown side effects of alcohol consumption, by 1723, the death rate in London outstripped the birth rate. And over the next decade, infant mortality skyrocketed, with as many as 75% of babies dying before they reach the age of 5. So maybe mother's ruin does have its connotations, but it shouldn't really be used today. In 1728, Daniel Defoe, the greatest journalistic hack of his day, wrote that in less than an age, we may expect a fine spindle-shanked generation. This was only 2 years after he had written an article in high praise of gin and gin consumption. Goes to show it isn't just today's journalists who are a tad fickle. Gin consumption became such a problem that the government decided to step in, rather ineffectually. Next time, we will look into the 8 Acts of Parliament that tried to control gin consumption and production, and how the populace of London rebelled against them. Cheers.